Hi, here's Catherine Bielmeyer, coach, author, and bodyworker. And I bring today exercise from A Course in Miracle, and it's exercise number 16. And the title is, which came to me, is You Find Your Mirror in the World. What does that mean? That what I found out, and the Course is also saying that, is that every thought, every belief you will find in 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 a world. So I believe that in our ego mind is fear-based, and everything what we have stored here is gonna mirror us all of that in the world. This is not existing, and the world is also not existing. It's just a mirror from our ego thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And it's amazing because if you really are here, you can heal. You can. It's not about therapy or changing anything. It's really letting go, actually. Letting go and letting the Holy Spirit do the work. I know it sounds all a bit funny and not, maybe for the ego mind, not down to earth. And maybe even for the ego mind, very crazy. And it's so amazing because whoever shows up in your world, whoever comes to you, with whomever you have a relating going on, brings to you a possibility to bring you back to your true home, not just to your beliefs and hiding thoughts and feelings and emotions and past experience. It's also, which is also just a ego trap, to truly bring you back who you truly are and what you truly are, mainly, because we are all God's children, innocent children, and we are all God's creation. And I think this world requires to come, for each of us, coming back home to this place and space, just with our ego mind and ego thoughts and beliefs and what we think. It's not really a possibility to find this space again, full of love in you, full of innocence, full of curiosity, full of seeing the wonders which are here for you, and the miracles. Now, the exercise today, the 16th, the idea of today is I have no neutral thoughts. I have no neutral thoughts. They are all connected to a projection and fear film based from our ego thought system, and it's not true. So I have no neutral thoughts. There is a tendency to believe that something that is meaningless has no effect. This lesson today makes it very clear that this is not true. Being meaningless does not mean being ineffective. To the extent that the thoughts we believe are meaningless, we are unaware of what has meaning. Meaningless thoughts are an obstacle to the true, meaning hidden in everything. Likewise, separation is an obstacle to love. I have no neutral thoughts. The idea for today is a beginning step in dispelling the belief that your thoughts have no effects. Everything you see is the result of your thoughts. As I told you before, there is no exception to this fact. Thoughts are not a big or little, powerful or weak. They are merely true or false. Those that are true create their own likeness. Those that are false make theirs. There is no more self-contradictory concept than that of the idle thoughts. What gives rise to the perception of the whole world can hardly be called idle. Every thought you have contributes to truth or to illusion. Either it extends the truth or it multiplies illusions. You can indeed multiply nothing, but you will not extend it by doing so. Besides, your recognition that thoughts are never idle, salvation requires that you also recognize that every thought you have brings either peace or war, either love or fear. A neutral result is impossible because a neutral thought is impossible. There is such a temptation of dismiss fear thoughts as unimportant, trivial and not worth bothering about that. It is essential you recognize them all as equally destructive, but equally unreal. We will practice this idea in many forms before you really understand it. In applying the idea for today, search your mind for a minute or so with eyes closed and actively seek not to overlook any little thought that may tend to elude the search. This is quite difficult until you get used to it. Just stay with me. There are exercises on your way to come, and listen. So you will still find that it is still hard for you not to mark artificial distinctions. Every thought that occurs to you, regardless of the qualities that you assign to it, your ego mind, is a suitable subject for applying today's idea. We come to the exercise. In the practice periods, first repeat the idea to yourself, and then, as each one crosses your mind, hold it in awareness while you tell yourself this thought about, and you fill it in for you, is not a neutral thought. That thought about, and you fill it in, is not a neutral thought. As usual, use today's ideas whenever you are aware of particular thought that arouses uneasiness. This following form is suggested for this purpose. This thought about, and you fill it in again, is not a neutral thought because I have no neutral thoughts. 4 or 5 practice periods are recommended if you find them relatively effortless. If strain is experienced, 3 will be enough. The length of the exercise period should also be reduced if there is discomfort. Now, I'm suggesting that you play today with that and have a look what's going on when you do the exercise. I love those exercises because it brings me always back in my heart and in my place, and it helps me to be more kind with myself and of course with others, and coming from a choice of love, coming from a choice of following my heart. Now I wish you a lovely, lovely day with this idea, and hopefully I see you soon, one day in person. Of course you can follow, so you are the first one to see when the exercise is out. To do the next ones, we do 365 ones. Ooh. It's my 3rd year, and my life is changing enormous. Unbelievable. Full of wonders and miracles. Full of situation unfolding that always let me see the love and my truth more and more. So that's also here for you. Just start. Every day, start fresh. Okay, bye for now.